Cancer. A gentle wind will confirm your healing. There is a quiet victory heading your way. And when it arrives, it will prove something you have been hoping to believe for a very long time. You are healing. Not in a loud, dramatic way. Not in a way that demands applause or attention. But in the soft, steady way that only someone who has been through real difficulty can truly understand. If you are a Cancer, this message is arriving at the exact moment you need it most. You have been carrying weight that no one else fully sees. You have been holding yourself together in ways that would exhaust most people. And lately, you have started to wonder if any of it is actually working. If the changes you have been making on the inside are ever going to show up on the outside. I want you to hear this clearly. They are about to. Something is shifting beneath the surface of your life right now. A small but meaningful win is forming. It might come through a conversation. It might come through a realization. It might come through an unexpected door opening where you thought there was only a wall. But when it arrives, you will feel it deep in your chest. And you will know. You will know that the pain was not pointless. You will know that the growth was real. And you will know that you are not the same person you were 6 months ago. Stay with me through this entire message. There are things here you need to hear. Things that will prepare you to receive what is coming and hold on to it once it arrives. Tip 1. The healing you cannot see is the healing that matters most. You have been doing deep work. The kind of work that does not come with a progress bar or a certificate of completion. The kind of work that happens in the quiet hours when no one is watching. When you choose patience over reaction, when you choose to sit with discomfort instead of running from it, when you decide that this time you are going to face the thing instead of pushing it away. And because this work is invisible, it is easy to feel like nothing is changing. It is easy to look at your life and think that everything is still the same. But I need you to understand something important. The fact that you cannot see the progress does not mean the progress is not happening. Think about how a tree grows. You do not see the roots stretching deeper into the earth. You do not see the nutrients being pulled through the soil. You do not see the microscopic changes happening inside the trunk. But one morning you walk outside and there are new leaves. One morning there is fruit where there was nothing before. One morning the branches are wider, the shade is bigger, and the tree is stronger than it has ever been. That is what is happening inside of you right now. You have been growing in places no one can see. You have been strengthening parts of yourself that were once fragile. You have been rebuilding your foundation. Not with speed, but with care. And that matters more than you realize. The world tends to celebrate big, visible transformations. People love the before and after photos. They love the dramatic story. But the truth is, the most lasting change is always the quietest. The most meaningful shifts happen so gradually that even the person experiencing them does not always notice. You are in that season right now. You are in the middle of a transformation that is so deep, so thorough, that it has not fully surfaced yet. But it will. And when it does, it will not just change one area of your life. It will change the way you carry yourself. It will change the way you speak. It will change the way you set boundaries and honor your own needs. It will change the way you love and the way you allow yourself to be loved. So do not let the silence discourage you. Do not let the lack of visible results make you feel like you are failing. You are not failing. You are building something real. And real things take time. The healing you cannot see is the most important healing you have ever done. Trust the process, even when you cannot see the destination. Tip 2. A small confirmation is about to restore your confidence. Something is about to happen that will feel like a whisper from the universe saying, you are on the right path. It will not be a massive, earth-shaking event. Probably will not make the news. It might not even seem significant to anyone else watching. But to you, it will mean everything. Because you have been questioning yourself. You have been wondering if the decisions you made were the right ones. You have been replaying certain moments in your mind, asking yourself if you should have done something differently. And that constant questioning has slowly been eating away at your confidence. Not all at once. Not in a way that anyone around you would notice. But on the inside, you have been wobbling. You have been standing, yes. But not with the kind of steadiness you used to have. That is about to change. A small win is forming. It could be someone saying exactly the words you needed to hear. It could be a situation resolving itself in a way you did not expect. It could be a moment of clarity where everything suddenly makes sense. Where the fog lifts and you see your own path clearly for the first time in a long time. When this confirmation arrives, I want you to do something important. I want you to pause. I want you to let it land. Do not dismiss it. Do not brush it off as a coincidence. Do not shrink it down so it fits into your old story of not being good enough. Let it be what it is. Evidence that you are growing, that you are healing, that you are moving in the right direction. Confidence does not always come back in a rush. Sometimes it returns one small moment at a time. One conversation, one realization, one quiet proof that you still have what it takes. That is what this moment will be for you. A single brick placed back in the wall of your self-trust. And from that brick, you will start to rebuild. Not with arrogance, not with the kind of confidence that needs to prove itself to others, but with the deep calm knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Your confidence has not disappeared. It has just been resting. And this small confirmation is the alarm clock that will gently wake it up. Be ready for it. It is closer than you think. And it will remind you of something you have been forgetting. You are far more capable than you have been giving yourself credit for. The doubts were loud, but they were never the truth. The truth is about to speak, and it will speak in your favor. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Tip 3. The relationship that confused you is about to make sense. There has been a connection in your life. Maybe it is still active, maybe it has already ended. That has left you with more questions than answers. You have turned it over in your mind again and again. You have analyzed the words, the silences, the moments that felt meaningful and the moments that felt hollow. And no matter how many times you replay it, you cannot seem to figure out what it all meant. Was it real? Was it a lesson? Was it a mistake? Were you too much? Or were they not enough? These questions have been circling your mind like birds that never land. And the truth is, they have been taking up more energy than you realize. Even when you are not actively thinking about this connection, it is running in the background of your thoughts. It is coloring the way you see new people. It is shaping the way you protect yourself. It is influencing the way you open up or refuse to. But something is shifting. A new perspective is about to arrive. Not because someone is going to sit you down and explain everything. Not because you will receive a long message filled with apologies or answers. But because you are reaching a level of emotional clarity that will allow you to see the situation from a higher point of view. When you arrive at this new perspective, things will start to click into place. You will understand why the connection had to happen the way it did. You will see what it was teaching you about your own patterns, your own needs, your own tendencies. You will recognize the parts of yourself that you offered too freely and the parts you held back out of fear. And most importantly, you will stop blaming yourself. Because so much of the confusion you have been carrying is rooted in self-blame. You have been wondering what you did wrong. You have been searching your own behavior for the flaw that caused the disconnect. And the answer that is coming will free you from that loop. The answer is that you did not do anything wrong. You showed up as the person you were at the time. You loved with the tools you had. You gave what you knew how to give. And the outcome was not a reflection of your worth. It was a reflection of two people meeting at a moment when their paths were not aligned to walk together. That is not failure. That is life. And when you truly absorb this understanding, not just intellectually but in your bones, you will feel lighter than you have felt in months. The confusion will dissolve. The questions will quiet down. And in their place, there will be a calm acceptance that opens the door to something much healthier. The relationship that confused you was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to teach you what you truly need. And you are about to graduate from that lesson. Tip 4. Your body is asking for gentleness and you need to listen. You have been pushing. Not just emotionally, not just mentally, but physically. Your body has been carrying the stress that your mind refuses to fully process. And it is starting to show. Maybe it is tension in your shoulders that never fully releases. Maybe it is that heaviness behind your eyes when you wake up in the morning. Maybe it is the way your stomach tightens when you think about certain situations. Maybe it is the fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to fix. Your body is not betraying you. It is communicating with you. It is telling you that the pace you have been keeping is not sustainable. It is telling you that the weight you have been carrying needs to be set down. even if only for a moment. And I know that for someone like you, someone who feels responsible for everyone and everything, the idea of slowing down feels almost dangerous. You worry that if you stop moving, things will fall apart. You worry that if you rest, you are being lazy. You worry that if you take care of yourself, someone else will suffer. But here is what I need you to hear. You cannot pour from a body that is running on empty. You cannot show up for the people you love if you are running on fumes. And the longer you ignore the signals your body is sending, the louder they will become. This is not about making dramatic changes overnight. This is about starting small. One extra glass of water. One walk around the block without your phone. One night where you go to bed before exhaustion forces you there. One meal that you actually sit down and enjoy instead of eating on the run. Your body has been your most faithful companion through every difficult season of your life. It carried you through grief. It carried you through heartbreak. It carried you through fear and uncertainty and sleepless nights. And now it is asking for something in return. It is asking for tenderness. It is asking for attention. It is asking you to treat it with the same kindness you so freely give to everyone else. This is part of your healing. In fact, it might be the most important part. Because when your body feels safe, your emotions settle. When your body is rested, your mind clears. When your body is nourished, your spirit lifts. Everything is connected. And right now, your body is the link in the chain that needs the most care. So listen to it. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now, give it what it is asking for. You will be amazed at how much shifts when you simply stop fighting against the vessel that has been carrying you through this life. Your body is not your enemy. It is your oldest ally. Treat it that way. Tip 5. A financial worry is about to ease in an unexpected way. I know this is something you have been carrying quietly. You may not talk about it often. You may not show the stress on your face. But the weight of financial concern has been pressing on you. And it has been affecting more than just your bank account. It has been affecting your sleep. It has been affecting your mood. It has been affecting the way you think about your future. When money feels tight or uncertain, everything else feels heavy too. And for you, this has been more than just a numbers problem. It has been an emotional one. Because for you, financial security is not about luxury. It is about safety. It is about knowing that you and the people you love are going to be okay. It is about having the freedom to breathe without constantly calculating. And lately, that freedom has felt far away. But here is what I see coming. A shift. Not necessarily a windfall or a sudden fortune, but an easing. Something is going to change in your financial landscape that will take the edge off the worry. It might come through an unexpected source of income. It might come through a problem resolving itself for less than you feared. It might come through someone offering help or an opportunity that opens a new door. Whatever form it takes, the feeling will be the same: relief. That exhale you have been holding for weeks or even months is about to finally release. And when it does, I want you to notice something. I want you to notice how much of your emotional energy was tied up in this worry. I want you to notice how much lighter you feel when the financial pressure drops even slightly. Because this awareness will teach you something valuable. It will teach you that you deserve to feel secure. It will teach you that worrying about money does not make you materialistic. It makes you human. And it will teach you that solutions are always closer than they seem when you are in the middle of the storm. This easing is not the end of your financial journey, but it is a turning point. It is the moment where the current starts to shift and the pressure starts to lift. And from this point forward, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will not go back to carrying this weight in silence. Promise that you will ask for help when you need it. Promise that you will trust that provision has a way of showing up. Sometimes at the very last moment, but always right on time. The worry is about to soften. Let it. You have earned this breath of relief. Tip 6. Someone from your past is thinking about you right now. This is not something you asked for. It is not something you were expecting. But right now, in this very moment, someone who once shared space in your life is thinking about you. They are remembering something you said. They are replaying a moment you shared. They are feeling the weight of your absence in a way they did not anticipate. And whether or not they ever tell you this, it matters. Because it means you left an impression deeper than you realized. It means your presence in their life was not just a passing moment. It was a mark, a lasting one. Now, I am not telling you this so that you will reach out. I am not telling you this so that you will reopen a door that you carefully closed. I am telling you this because you need to understand something about yourself. You have a way of touching people that goes far beyond the surface. You have a warmth, a depth, a sincerity that stays with people long after you are gone. And sometimes when you are feeling small or invisible or forgotten, you need to be reminded that you are none of those things. The people who have known you carry you with them. Not all of them deserve to come back into your life. Some of them exited for good reason. Some of them taught you lessons that required their departure. And some of them simply grew in a different direction. But the fact that they are thinking about you now tells you something about the quality of your heart. It tells you that you are not easy to forget. It tells you that your love leaves fingerprints on people. It tells you that even in relationships that ended with pain, there was something real, something true, something worth remembering. So if you have been feeling unappreciated lately, if you have been wondering whether anyone truly sees you, let this be your answer. Someone does. Someone is sitting somewhere right now, wishing they had valued you more, wishing they had been more present, wishing they had matched your effort. You do not need them to say it for it to be true, and you do not need to go back to feel validated. You just need to know that the love you give does not disappear. It echoes. It lingers. It lives on in the memories of everyone you have ever cared for. That is your gift, Cancer, and it is one that very few people in this world possess. Tip 7. A decision you have been avoiding is ready to be made. You know the one I am talking about. It has been sitting in the corner of your mind for weeks, maybe longer. Every time you approach it, you find a reason to step back. Every time you think you are ready, a wave of doubt pulls you under, and so it sits there, unresolved, taking up mental space, draining your energy in ways you do not fully recognize. The reason you have been avoiding this decision is not because you do not know the right answer. Deep down, you know exactly what you need to do. The reason you have been avoiding it is because the right answer is uncomfortable. It requires you to let go of something familiar. It requires you to disappoint someone. It requires you to step into uncertainty. And for someone who craves emotional safety the way you do, uncertainty feels like danger. But here is what I want you to consider. The discomfort of making this decision is temporary. The discomfort of avoiding it is permanent. As long as this decision remains unmade, it will continue to occupy your thoughts. It will continue to create low-level anxiety that colors everything else in your life. It will continue to hold you in a state of suspension where you cannot fully move forward because part of you is still stuck. You have done this before. You have stood at the edge of a difficult choice and found the courage to leap. And every single time, the other side was better than you expected. Not because it was easy, but because the relief of no longer being stuck was worth more than the comfort of staying safe. This decision is no different. The answer is already inside you. It has been speaking to you in quiet moments. It has been nudging you when you are alone with your thoughts. It has been showing up in your dreams, in your conversations, in the random moments of clarity that come and go. Stop waiting for certainty. Certainty is a myth. What you need is not certainty. It is courage. And you have more of that than you give yourself credit for. Make the decision. Set yourself free from the weight of indecision. The path forward is not perfect, but it is forward. And forward is exactly where you need to be. You are ready for this. You have been ready for longer than you realize. The only thing holding you back is the story you keep telling yourself about not being strong enough to handle what comes next. That story is old. It is outdated. And it is time to let it go. Tip 8. The loneliness you feel is not permanent and it is not the truth. There is a particular kind of loneliness that comes not from being alone, but from feeling unseen. You can be surrounded by people who love you and still feel like no one truly understands what you are going through. You can be in a room full of laughter and still feel a hollow space inside your chest that nothing seems to fill. If you have been feeling this way, I need you to know that this feeling is lying to you. Loneliness is one of the most convincing liars in the human experience. It whispers that you are too much for people. It whispers that your depth is a burden. It whispers that the way you feel things so intensely makes you impossible to connect with. And because you are someone who processes everything deeply, you tend to believe these whispers. You tend to accept them as truth, but they are not truth. They are symptoms. They are symptoms of a season. They are symptoms of exhaustion. They are symptoms of giving more than you have been receiving. And seasons change. This one will too. What I want you to understand is that the loneliness you feel is not a reflection of your lovability. It is a reflection of your standards. You do not want surface-level connections. You do not want people who only show up when things are easy. You want depth. You want honesty. You want someone who can sit with you in the silence and not feel the need to fill it with noise. And that kind of connection is rare. Takes time to find. Takes time to build. And in the meantime, the gap between what you have and what you need can feel enormous. But here is the beautiful thing about where you are right now. You are not actually as far from that connection as you think. The healing you have been doing has been making you more open, more available, more aligned with the kind of people who can actually meet you where you are. And one of those people is closer than you realize. They might already be in your life in a role you have not yet recognized. They might be arriving soon in a way you do not expect. But they are coming. And when they show up, you will understand why nothing before them could stick. You will understand why the loneliness had to exist. Not as punishment, but as preparation. It was clearing the space. It was raising your standards. It was teaching you that being alone is better than being with someone who makes you feel lonely. So hold on, not with desperation, but with patience. The connection you are longing for is longing for you too. And the season of feeling unseen is nearing its end. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Tip 9. Your intuition is sharper than ever, and you must start trusting it. You have always had a strong inner voice. Even as a child, you could feel things before they happened. You could sense when something was off before anyone said a word. You could walk into a room and immediately know what kind of energy was present. That gift has never left you. But somewhere along the way you stopped trusting it. Maybe someone told you that you were being too sensitive. Maybe a decision you made based on your gut feeling did not turn out the way you hoped, and you decided that your instincts could not be trusted. Maybe the world just became so loud that you could no longer hear the quiet voice inside you that always knew the way. Whatever the reason, you have been relying more on logic and less on intuition. You have been asking other people for advice when your own heart already had the answer. You have been second-guessing yourself, overthinking situations, and looking for external validation before making even the smallest moves. I need you to stop doing that. Your intuition is not broken. It is not unreliable. In fact, right now, in this season of your life, it is sharper and more accurate than it has ever been. The healing work you have been doing has cleared away layers of noise and fear and self-doubt that used to cloud your inner knowing. And what is left is a direct line to your deepest wisdom. Start paying attention to the feelings that arise in your body when you are making decisions. Notice the tightness in your stomach when something is wrong. Notice the warmth in your chest when something is right. Notice the way your energy lifts around certain people and drops around others. These are not random feelings. They are data. They are your intuition speaking in the only language it knows. The language of sensation. And that language is more reliable than any pro and con list you could ever create. In the coming days and weeks, you are going to be presented with situations where the logical answer and the intuitive answer are different. When that happens, I want you to choose your intuition. Not blindly, not recklessly, but with the confidence of someone who knows that their inner compass has been recalibrated through pain and growth and self-awareness. You have earned the right to trust yourself. You have been through enough to know what is real and what is not. You have felt enough to know what serves you and what drains you. So stop looking outside for answers that already live inside. Your intuition is not just a tool. It is your superpower. And it is time to start using it again. The world needs the version of you that moves from inner knowing. That version is powerful beyond measure. Tip 10. The version of you that is emerging is someone you have never met before. You are becoming someone new, not in a way that erases who you were, not in a way that pretends the past never happened, but in a way that integrates everything, every wound, every lesson, every tear, every triumph, into a version of yourself that is more whole, more grounded, and more authentic than anything you have been before. This is what real transformation looks like. It does not look like perfection. It does not look like having all the answers. It does not look like never struggling again. It looks like struggling differently. It looks like falling and getting back up faster. It looks like recognizing old patterns before they take root. It looks like choosing yourself without guilt. It looks like loving others without losing yourself in the process. The version of you that is emerging has boundaries that the old you did not have. The version of you that is emerging has clarity where there used to be confusion. The version of you that is emerging speaks up where the old you stayed silent. And the version of you that is emerging has a quiet confidence that does not need anyone else to validate it. I know this transformation has not been comfortable. Growth never is. There have been moments when you wanted to go back to who you were before. Not because that person was better, but because that person was familiar. And the unfamiliar, no matter how beautiful, is always a little bit frightening. But you cannot go back. And deep down you do not want to, because you have tasted what it feels like to stand in your own truth. You have felt what it is like to make a decision from a place of strength instead of fear. You have experienced the freedom that comes from releasing what no longer serves you. And once you have tasted that freedom, the old cage will never feel like home again. So let yourself become this new person. Do not fight the changes. Do not apologize for outgrowing spaces and people that once felt comfortable. Do not shrink yourself back down just because your growth makes someone else uncomfortable. You are not responsible for how others respond to your evolution. You are only responsible for honoring it. The person you are becoming is someone the world needs. They are someone your family needs. They are someone your future self will thank you for having the courage to become. And the beautiful thing is, you are already her. You are already him. You are already them. The transformation is not something that will happen someday. It is happening right now, in this moment, with every word you are absorbing, with every decision you are making to keep going. This is your becoming, and it is extraordinary. Tip 11. The gratitude you practice now will multiply what is coming. There is a principle that operates beneath the surface of everything in life. What you appreciate appreciates. What you acknowledge grows. What you give attention to expands. And right now, in this pivotal moment of your healing journey, gratitude is not just a nice idea. It is a strategy. It is a force. It is the key that will unlock the next level of everything you have been working toward. I know it can be difficult to feel grateful when you are still carrying pain. I know it feels strange to say thank you when there are still unanswered questions and unresolved situations hanging over your head. But gratitude does not require perfection. It does not require that everything in your life is exactly where you want it to be. It only requires honesty. It only requires that you are willing to look at your life, all of it, the messy parts and the beautiful parts, and find something worth being thankful for. Start small. Be grateful for the fact that you woke up this morning with breath in your lungs. Be grateful for the person who checked on you last week, even if it was just a short message. Be grateful for the strength that carried you through the hardest season of your life. Be grateful for the tears, because they proved that your heart is still open. Be grateful for the setbacks because they taught you what the successes never could. When you begin to practice this kind of radical gratitude, the kind that does not wait for things to be perfect before saying thank you, something remarkable happens. The energy around you begins to shift. Doors that were stuck start to creak open. People who were distant start to draw near. Opportunities that seemed impossible start to appear on your doorstep. This is not magic. This is alignment. When you are grateful for what you have, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready for more. When you complain about what is missing, you send a signal that you are not yet ready to receive. And right now, there are blessings lined up for you that you cannot even imagine. But they are waiting for the right frequency. They are waiting for the vibration of thankfulness. They are waiting for you to stop focusing on what went wrong and start celebrating what went right. This does not mean ignoring your pain. This does not mean pretending everything is fine. This means holding two truths at the same time. Things are hard and I am still grateful. That is not delusion. That is power. That is the kind of emotional maturity that separates people who survive from people who thrive. And you, Cancer, you are meant to thrive. So start your gratitude practice today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Write down 3 things you are grateful for before you go to sleep tonight. And watch what happens over the next few weeks. The changes will be subtle at first, but they will grow. And soon you will look around at your life and realize that the gratitude was not just a practice. It was a prophecy. It was telling the future what you were ready for. And the future listened. Tip 12. You are closer to peace than you have ever been. Peace. That is the word that has been echoing in the background of your spirit. Not excitement, not adventure, not even happiness. Peace, because you have had enough chaos. You have had enough uncertainty. You have had enough nights where your mind would not stop spinning and your heart would not stop aching. What you want now, what you truly deeply want, is to feel settled, to feel calm, to feel like the ground beneath your feet is solid and steady, and not about to crack open without warning. And I am here to tell you that this peace is not a distant dream. It is not something reserved for other people or for some far-off future version of your life. It is close. It is so close you can almost touch it. In fact, some of it is already here. You just have not noticed it yet because you have been so focused on what is still broken that you have missed what is already whole. Look at how far you have come. Look at the conversations you have had that you never would have had a year ago. Look at the boundaries you have set that the old you would have been terrified to enforce. Look at the way you have started choosing yourself. Quietly, consistently, without drama or announcement. That is peace building. That is the foundation being laid. And every single day that you continue making these choices, the foundation gets a little stronger. The walls go up a little higher, and the space inside gets a little safer. Peace does not arrive all at once. It does not knock on your door and announce itself with trumpets and confetti. It seeps in slowly, like morning light through curtains. One day you will be sitting in your home, drinking something warm, looking out the window at nothing in particular, and you will realize that the noise inside your head has gone quiet. You will realize that the anxiety that used to live in your chest has loosened its grip. You will realize that for the first time in a very long time you feel okay. Not euphoric, not manic, just okay. And that okay will feel like the most beautiful thing in the world. Because after everything you have been through, okay is extraordinary. After the storms you have weathered, calm is a miracle. After the wars you have fought inside your own mind, silence is a gift. You are so close to this. Closer than you know. Closer than you feel. And every step you take, every moment of self-awareness, every act of self-care, every difficult truth you face with grace, brings you one step closer to the peace that is already yours. Do not give up now. Do not let the last stretch of difficulty convince you that peace is impossible. It is not impossible. It is inevitable. Because you have earned it. Because you have fought for it. Because you have refused to let your circumstances define your destiny. Peace is coming, Cancer. And when it arrives, it will stay. You have walked through this entire message. You have listened to words that were meant specifically for your spirit, your season, and your sign. And the fact that you are still here, still absorbing, still open, still willing to believe that better things are ahead, tells me everything I need to know about who you are. You are not someone who gives up. You are not someone who runs from truth. You are someone who sits with it, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it stings, even when it asks you to change. And that is exactly why what is coming for you is going to be so beautiful. The gentle wind that is heading your way is not random. It is the direct result of every tear you have cried, every boundary you have set, every sleepless night you spent rethinking your life and deciding that you deserve more. It is the harvest of seeds you planted when no one was watching. It is proof that the universe has been paying attention, even when you thought no one was. So as you move forward from this moment, carry these truths with you. Your healing is real, even when it is invisible. Your intuition is trustworthy, even when the world tells you otherwise. Your loneliness is temporary, even when it feels eternal. Your peace is closer than you think, even when the noise is still loud. And you are becoming someone extraordinary, not because you are trying to be perfect, but because you are brave enough to be honest, brave enough to feel, brave enough to grow. That is the kind of strength that changes everything, not just for you, but for every single person who has the privilege of standing in the light of your transformation. Keep going, keep healing, keep trusting the quiet voice inside you that says, it is almost time, because it is. Your confirmation is on its way, and when it arrives, you will know, without a single doubt, that every moment of this journey was worth it. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structure 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.